Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Toned In Entertainment where we love pop culture. Today, it's time for another comic book review. Now last year in 2020, I took a look at the special Street Fighter Swimsuit special. And here in 2021, well, Udon has another Street Fighter special for us to look at. Is this one worth checking out? Well, let's get on with my comic book review for the Street Fighter Sci-Fi and Fantasy special for 2021. Now, before we jump into the content inside, let's take a look at some of the other alternative covers that are out there. The main cover features Chun-Li back in the prehistoric age, as well as one where she's looking for a little fun in the sun. There are two covers that feature Juri, with the standout being Juri under the sea doing her best Ursula impersonation. Vega also gets in on the action, appearing to have Wolfman characteristics. And for Cammy, she has three different versions, and my favorite is the one that I picked up, where she looks like she could jump into the popular video game Contra and definitely hold her own. Now, I am going to cover each and every picture in this issue, but since I'm a huge fan of movies from the 80s, I thought what better way to start off this review than taking a look at the Guile-inspired picture from the movie Flash Gordon. The name of this drawing is called Flash Kick Guile and is by Timothy Lim and Genzo Man. And with Chun-Li by his side, he looks like he's ready to defend the planet Mongo from any evildoers, especially with that awesome and most appropriate sword that he can also use as a comb. In the drawing by C.F. Villa called Savage Laura, it appears that Laura has not yet learned jiu-jitsu, but she will be relying on her raw, savage instincts in order to defeat her enemies. Now, from the prehistoric age, let's jump into the future with this picture called Sky Pirate Juri by Hanzo Steinbach, where Juri looks to be equipped with some pretty awesome armor and a pirate's patch that appears to be more than just cosmetic. Now, even though these two pictures look similar, they are done by two different artists. However, I feel like both of these could be really cool alternative outfits if they ever made another Marvel vs. Street Fighter game. The first drawing is called Cyber Dan and is by artist Jeffrey Chamba Cruz, and it looks like Dan has finally figured out that taunting might be a waste of time and instead is ready to do some pulverizing with his hands and maybe keep his opponents at bay with his cybernetic eye. And as far as the illustration by John Creighton called Super Schoolgirl Chun-Li, the most powerful woman in the world, has traded in her signature fireball for something more electrifying. Now, normally I wouldn't think about Elena and Akuma teaming up, but with this illustration by Tovio Rogers called Sword of Elena, with what looks like hordes of skeletons surrounding the duel, they're gonna have to team up for the common cause of survival. Leaping out of this world is this illustration called Pulp Cammy by Robbie Armstrong and Sigmund Tori, where Cammy might just have to use that zapper if she's gonna thwart off the now four-armed beast Blanca. Heading into Fantasyland is this illustration by Richard Swono called Sakura Iseki Chef, where Ryu's #1 fan Sakura has been transplanted into a world of magic and wonder, but she's not alone as she's preparing a feast for some of her friends, most notably Cammy, Chun-Li, and Sea Viper. Now, I hope no one has intentions of caging illustrator Panzer's version of the Sea Prince, Vega, whose staff looks even sharper than his signature claw. If you're gonna step in the squared circle, you better be prepared for a heck of a battle, as our Mika is now equipped in full body armor in this illustration of Silver Mika by Gonzalo Ordonos Aries. Maybe now we can see the epic match that surely could headline any WrestleMania of Silver Mika versus Mecha Geef. Now it's time to head to the year 2010 and catch up with Ken, who looks like he might be able to make a living in some other ways. Ken was featured in the NES video game Street Fighter 2010, and while there's not much of an outfit here for the imagination, I'm just hoping he didn't forget to pack his Cyboplasm. While 2010 might not be in the future anymore, perhaps Minot should have used her crystal ball here in Gabriel Lopez's drawing called Sorceress Minot to see a werewolf version of Blanca stalking the night. Buckle up your seatbelt as Lucia has taken Poison as her prisoner and is taking her on a wild ride with Cody at the helm and Rolento and Abigail coming along for the ride. In Rashawn DeBose's illustration, we have Elena continuing on with her winning streak, but this time it's not a Street Fighter match, but in a handheld video game. Watch out, Scrooge McDuck, because Treasure Demon Karen has a money pit, and it sure looks like she's not ready to let someone else swim through her gold. In a two-page spread, we have Ryan Kinnard's picture, Neon Ninja Ibuki, who's taking a break from riding on her motorcycle and looks like she wants to join Chun-Li and Guile with some Sonic noodles. I'm just wondering if it's going to be Minot who will have to tell her it's out of order. Now it looks like the Killer Bee is having the time of her life in this black and white drawing by Steve Cummings. And who wouldn't be having fun if you were piloting a giant mech? In Josh Perez's critter catcher Chun-Li, I believe this is what his interpretation of what Street Fighter characters Guile, Chun-Li, and Blanca would look like if they were trapped in the Pokemon universe. Now Seth is known for using moves already established by others, and here in Andrew Lee Griffith's illustration, she's stealing some of Nancy Archer's thunder and has now become the 50-foot woman who's attacking the city. Whoever said that all witches are wicked definitely haven't seen artist Aki Lee's rendition of A Good Witch Rose. And to finish off the book, we'll see Norisuko's Mistress Poison on her throne with Hugo by her side. Now, while that's all for the main book, there are 2 pieces of art here in the back that are listed as bonus pieces. We have Gonzalo Ordenas Arias' extremely vibrant piece called Street Fantasy, where Dalsum, Ken, Chun-Li, Ryu, Cammy, and Sakura look to show off their magical powers as a fire-breathing dragon lights up the night sky. And the final piece in this book is by Longvo called Cyber Fighter, and we'll get to see what his interpretation of what futuristic Street Fighters would look like. Now on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this year's special Street Fighter Sci-Fi and Fantasy issue a 9 out of 10, as I think there's some really great pieces here and that really take some of our favorite Street Fighter characters out of their element and give them a nice twist to it. So if you're a big Street Fighter fan like I am, I think this one definitely deserves to be in your collection. Now, did you guys pick up this issue? And if you did, what did you think of this year's Street Fighter special? Comment down below. And guys, if you like videos like this, make sure you stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.